Well, I still love Tom Hiddleston, but I think we may need a little break after this. Oi.
I understand. And you know how I feel about Jessica Chastain.
I love a gothic house story, and this certainly wasn't an exception. And can I just say how much I adore the costumes in this? I found myself scrutinizing the pieces of lace around the collars, hairpins, buttons, and Jessica Chastain's red gown at the party was breathtaking, like muscles and tendons stretched taut across a spine, and the enormous train pooling at her feet like a puddle of blood.
I thought the colors were just beautiful. I miss that. Everything nowadays is tinted either blue or green. Nobody really directs in color anymore.
Don't tell Baz Luhrmann.
I mean, mainstream directors of major films. This movie's look reminded me at times of Coppola's Dracula or Brana's Frankenstein. In fact, it reminded me of a number of period horror movies that I love, like From Hell or Sleepy Hollow.
I'm glad you caught my exaggerated Jane Eyre pantomime at one point.
Oh man, that part about a link connecting them together was pretty blatant.
Right?
And that whole, you'll forget me, I'll never forget you part. Like practically verbatim. It didn't really bother me because it's clearly homage rather than lazy writing. Plus, I don't think most people even get the reference.
You don't think people who have seen a movie like this don't already know about Jane Eyre?
I think a lot of people who see this are going to be expecting it to be a scary horror-type film rather than an atmospheric gothic tale. I loved the visuals. The red clay seeping up through the white snow, or Chastain's gown billowing out as she runs down the stairs.
Yep. And I was a little surprised that it so clearly showed all the features of the ghosts right out of the gate.
Well, that's just Del Toro. He does the same thing in all his films. There's always a creature of some sort, and they're always elaborate and detailed. He just seems to revel in their crude, horrifying beauty. Like in Pan's Labyrinth, that creature who had eyes in the palms of his hands. I'll bet Del Toro loved fairy tales as a kid because his films often seem to have that kind of quality about them.
Okay, wait. I think I had thoughts on that because I took notes. Okay, hold on a second. Okay, never mind. I probably shouldn't do this while I'm driving. You know, I have mixed feelings on the female lead being a writer. I don't hate it. It just seems like a fairly common shorthand for creating an intelligent, strong Victorian woman. Glasses plus writer equals canny, resilient woman.
Well, what do you think they should have made her instead?
I don't think they had to make her anything else. Conceivably, she just could have been a wealthy man's daughter who dealt with some horrifying crap and came out the other side sadder and wiser for it.
Well, you didn't see the end credits. They had Crimson Peak as the title cover of a book written by Edith Cushing.
I didn't know I'd miss anything, but I couldn't hold it. My Dr. Pepper made me have to pee, badly. Frankly, I'm proud I held on to it through the whole thing.
I was actually impressed. You didn't get up once for a bathroom break.
Thank you. I may be 33, but my bladder's 73. Anyway, knowing that about the coda takes some of the edge off my misgivings, I guess. But the Shelley comparison still felt a little conspicuously shoehorned into... Oh, hey, Lizzie. The writer thing just flirted with being a little bit tropey to me, though.
Well, just because something is a trope doesn't always make it a bad decision, like... Oh, hey, Gus. Like a character screaming, "No!" up at the sky when someone dies. And it's a cliche, but a great filmmaker can still earn it, like Scorsese did in Shutter Island.
I guess. And again, don't misunderstand. I don't necessarily hate it. It's just a character element that I think it's overused for women in period pieces.
Interesting.
I'm past the weirdness, by the way. I still love Tom Hiddleston.
You know, when he smiled at one point, I looked over at you and you were just grinning.
He just has the warmest smile. Seriously.